We're going to learn about the zero product property today, so let me write that out. Alright, it's called the zero product property, and the questions might get somewhat complex, but the idea is very easy. So let's say we have different numbers, x and y, and they equal 0. Right? They're different numbers, so x cannot be y. Now, in order for this to be true, the basic idea is either x equals 0, right? Because it's going to be 0 times y equals 0. Or y equals 0, because it's then going to be x times 0 equals 0. So you set either one equal to 0 and solve. Now, let's look at an example. If we look at this one, now what will happen if what I underlined is equal to 0? If you set that equal to 0, it's going to be 0 times x plus 2. It's still going to be 0. So you set that equal to 0. And we get x equals 4. That's one possibility. Our next possibility is that this guy is 0. So we set that equal to 0. And we get x equals -2. You could try substituting them back in, but you'll see that these answers do in fact give us 0. Okay, let's do another one. What if we have x plus 3 times 2x minus 2 equals 0? Same idea, right? If this guy is 0, it's going to be 0 times something. It's still 0, so let's do that first. Right, this guy's it's actually easy one. Or what would happen if this guy is 0? It's still going to be something times 0, which is still going to be 0. So we set the other guy equal to 0. And you do a little bit of work here. And what do we get? We get 1. So our two answers are, one of our answers is this, our other answer is this. We have two answers here. Let's go over a couple more. What if we have this? What if we have a number in front and then we have some factors? Now you pretty much ignore the 3, because if this is set to 0, it's still going to be 3 times 0, which will give you 0. And if this guy is 0, it's still going to be 3 times 0. So you pretty much ignore the number. We still set our factors equal to 0. Right? And we get 4. That's one answer. And we set the other guy equal to 0. And we still get -1. Alright? Let's do some more. So what if we have 4x minus 2, 3x minus 1 equals 0? Same thing, right? If this guy is 0, it's going to be 4 times 0. It gets you 0. And if this guy is 0, it's still going to be 4 times 0. So you still set each of them to 0. So we get x equals 2. And if we set this guy to 0, we still get a little bit of work here. X is 1/3. So our two answers are 1/3 and 2. And that's pretty much the lesson. Thank you.